Hello crafters, let's make some midnight blue fall pumpkin earrings on Sophia the Hobbit Crafter. Alright, this is what I got for supplies. We got our wooden bezel, a UV DTF sticker that I had printed at a local shop. This is so cute. I also got the image online off of Etsy. I've got some silicone tools, jewelry, pliers, a silicone cup, UV resin, some Jenga blocks, a heat gun, my UV tape, and I like to use those with it, some hardware. And here's this midnight blue mica powder that I got. All right, let's get started. We're gonna pull out some UV resin tape that leaves very little residue. And we're just gonna use a little bit because we don't have very big earrings. So I take my Jenga blocks, I use it to hold it down. You can use popsicle sticks. I forgot to sand the back of my earrings. I use these bezels that I make myself with a laser cutter X tool, and I always have to sand off the burn marks on the back. I mean, I don't have to, but I just like to. Next, I'm going to put my bezels on the UV resin tape and push them down really well because we don't want leaks. Then I'm going to take a little bit of mica powder. This stuff was expensive, so I use very little. And I'm going to use my tiny little spoon and put it in a silicone cup. Then I am going to add some UV resin to my mica powder. And next I'm going to stir it really fast all together. It does take a lot of stirring to get this mica powder mixed well, but it's really cool because it shimmers blue and I love it. Now I'm going to use my heat gun to remove those bubbles I just made and pour it directly into my bezel. This is my favorite part. I love pouring UV resin. This stuff's really pretty because it has this blue shimmer and a darkness to it. Then I'm going to pop the bubbles with my heat gun. And I'm noticing I have some on the outside. Also, with wood, you're going to notice it kind of soaks into the wood, the blue. That's one of the drawbacks, or positives, depends on how you look at it, of using wooden bezels and dark colors. So as you can see, I'm digging this. I'm going for kind of a Halloween slash fall vibe, so I'm actually okay with this. I have an idea to add a bit more blue to it now. So I take this like brush that came with this mica powder and I'm painting around it, kind of just rubbing the mica powder into the wood. It gives like a blue rustic feel. And I do it to both of them, but I'm just going to do it to the front. Now I'm going to take my UV sticker and I've pulled the back off. This is what it looks like. And it's cool because you kind of transfer it. Once it sticks to the earring, you can pull the clear stuff off and all you're left with is this awesome sticker. I'm making sure I push it down really well, and then I pull off the clear part. And this is exactly the look I was going for. It worked out really well. I have printed so many of these, like fall and pumpkin themed, Halloween. I can't get enough of it. I noticed I took a little bit of the blue off, and I kind of wanted it darker, so I added more. And this is what we've got so far. Next, I'm going to take some UV resin, and I'm just going to put it on top of it so that it has a nice cover of UV resin. It'll protect the sticker, and it'll make the earring really shiny. And I move it around, make sure it's covering the whole earring. It's really cool because it kind of makes the blue pop even more. And I use a torch or a lighter to get the bubbles out and then hit it with some UV. And this is what it looks like so far. I love it. I think it looks amazing. Gosh, that blue, it's just super vibrant. I went with gold on this because it kind of helps with that orange in the earring. So I got gold hardware and I just use a jump ring to connect my post with my earring, and it looks really good. I like the gold. And now I'm going to do it to the other earring. I could have made these hoops, but I think the little gold ball at the top looks really nice. Gives it kind of more of a fall vibe. And then that was the backs. As you can see, I'm not really worried about the backs. For one, these aren't hoops, so they shouldn't spin as much. At least that's the thought. All right, these look so cute. I'm going to put them on my card and get a final look. I cannot get over how beautiful this midnight blue is on these earrings. And I'm really digging the white pumpkin and the little fall kind of foliage. Okay, we're done. These look so pretty. I can't wait to start doing Halloween earrings. It's my favorite. We've got the white pumpkins, the pretty orange flowers, the dark blue, the midnight blue, the rustic looking wooden frames, the gold ball posts, and very shiny, slightly color changing, and they look amazing. This was a lot of fun to do. All right, we're done. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thank you for watching.